Hello, Coach John here. Just thought I'd give you a quick rundown on a few of my thoughts on how to get good at Jiu-Jitsu fast. It's something that people ask all the time, something that I was very interested in myself as a coach, obviously, but also because I put the kimono when I was 24 and a half years of age. So I was very interested in how to get good fast. And here's just a few things that I've found helped me, and hopefully they can help you as well. Of course, just it's about skill acquisition first and foremost, but on the other side is the long term aspect of it. Anything that you want to get good at that is worth getting good at is generally going to take quite a bit of time to do so. So make sure that you have a long term outlook in your jiu-jitsu journey, and we want to get that fast progress as well, but of course we want to sustain that over time. We don't want to get really good fast up to blue belt and then that's the end of our journey. We want to go all the way to black belt as fast as possible and as good as possible. So just remember to have that long term outlook on it. A few things that can help you stay in the sport long term is, of course, avoiding injuries. Just be smart with your training, take care of your body as much as you can. Another big one which people overlook a lot of the time is enjoy your training. It's obviously such an enjoyable sport, but just make sure that you do enjoy it when you're doing it. And some simple things that can help with that is just find a gym that suits you. There's a number of great gyms usually around now, the bigger the sport is getting, but maybe there's different kind of atmospheres within different gyms. Not that anyone is wrong, it just might be wrong for you depending on your personality. So find what's a good fit for you, and the better and more enjoyable your club atmosphere is for you, the longer you'll last and the more progress you'll make. So it's all important stuff, but sorry. Some things to think of on a daily basis is make sure when you train, just come off the mat knowing that you improve something. So be smart in your training. Don't just show up and leave it to chance that you're going to improve. Be smart in your training. Know what you want to improve on. Know what areas of your overall jiu-jitsu game that need development and work on that. So be smart with your training. Get the most out of your training. Then for the skill acquisition, for me, I think it's best that people take a two-pronged approach to their skill acquisition. What we always see at the start is, and of course it's essential, people concentrate on a very broad aspect, or a very broad spectrum of jiu-jitsu, which is of course important to get the fundamentals down. On the other side, once you get to a certain point, it can help to specialize, but we have to be smart with the interplay between the two areas. So you have your general jiu-jitsu and then you have the stuff that's specifically better for you. So your general jiu-jitsu, like I was saying, is your fundamentals. Very important to know, of course. It'll, even if you're doing something like maybe half guard in class and you're like, I'm not well suited for half guard, I'm not really going to use half guard. Even if you don't use that position, it still gives you a better understanding of how to defend it if someone else does it to you, whatever it may be that you're covering. Also, you're better at covering or better at defending it, but also a better and higher fight IQ, better understanding of what's happening. You're not going to become overwhelmed as much when you're having a match with somebody. And then it can also, even though it's something that might not suit you at the moment, it's something that further down the line could come in quite beneficial. So just be on top of your general jiu-jitsu. It will come in handy in both defense and offense. Your understanding of the sport, it will help stop you plateauing. Maybe if you were ignorant of an area and didn't learn the general jiu-jitsu, there could be something in there that is necessary to help your game develop at a later stage. So by having a good solid fundamental and foundation there, it'll help you go on further in the future. And it's fun as well, of course. Just learning jiu-jitsu and learning new stuff is fun. But of course, if you're a jack of all trades, sometimes when you come up against real high level competition and opposition, if you have like a really high level move in the back of your pocket, it can help be a big difference in that match and sway it in your favor. So for example, maybe someone like Marcelo Garcia, if he gets you in a guillotine or he gets on your back, that's pretty much it. So if you have a move, if you're a white belt or maybe a blue belt and you have a triangle choke that's up there like brown belt level, and you can get someone into that in a match, probably going to be match over. So if you can find stuff that suits you initially, usually early stage at the start of white belt, there's not much need to specialize unless you have someone that comes in that has some unusual physical characteristics. perhaps they just have an unbelievable squeeze. Maybe they have short arms and a serious squeeze, so they're going to be great at wringing necks. Maybe they've really strong legs and are really flexible, so maybe that will lend itself into something. Maybe they're very tall, maybe they're very broad, but in general, if they don't have outstanding physical characteristics initially, it's best just to have that general approach and see what from that fundamentals starts to suit you best based on your body type and based on your own personality. Start picking out what suits you, specializing in that while still keeping an eye on the overall picture and the broader area of general jiu-jitsu. Get your level up, and yeah, just bring it into comp and let loose and see how it goes. All right, so I hope that helps out a little bit. Any questions or anything, just give me a shout as always. Oos.